What's up everyone, my name is Marie, welcome to my channel and welcome to another speed build. So for today's video, I'm building a tiny little one-story, two-bedroom house in the world of Willow Creek, which is a base game world as you all probably know, and I'm building in that little area where we have a lot of little starter homes, where the BFF family lives by default. And then, yeah, like I said, I think there are a couple starter homes around. It's a really cute little starter home neighborhood. And I really wanted to build something that would fit into this neighborhood seamlessly. So that's what I'm doing today. And I think I succeeded. I think this house turned out really, really cute. It's not a starter home whatsoever. I think it comes in at like 35,000 simoleons, something like that. Something along the lines of 40,000 simoleons, I believe. So definitely not a starter home. I was not watching the budget, but still I wanted to make something that would look very, very cute in this neighborhood and that would go very well with the whole like vibe of this little area, I guess. So that's what I did, and this is what I came up with, and I think it turned out so cute. So like I said, it's a classic Sims 4 one-story, two-bedroom house. It's a little bungalow, if you will. And I don't know, I just thought it looked so cute. So I was debating making it all base game for a little while. I started with placing down all base game doors and windows using only base game siding and brick and stuff like that. But then I let go of that idea because I didn't really want to limit myself in that sense. I mean, it's a lot of fun to try and build something with only the base game every now and then. But for this one, I was like, you know what? No, I want to make like a cute backyard and I want to have a couple of activities, and I wanted to be a little bit more on the modern side, on the inside. And so I was set on like using the Parenthood kitchen counters and stuff like that. So I let go of the whole base game idea pretty fast, but I was playing around with it in my head for a little while, and I'm pretty sure that if you wanted to make this house base game, you could go ahead and renovate it quite easily because most of the doors and windows, actually all of the doors and windows except for this sliding glass door, the rest is all from base game. So you could easily go through and, I don't know, just swap out all the furniture for base game furniture, I guess. I think the couch that I ended up using is base game, so that can stay, and then the TV and stuff. And then I think also like the little TV unit that I created, you'll see once we move on to the inside. But I did use a fair share of base game items, I think, but then also I didn't limit myself. So there are definitely some packs that I used throughout this little build, but you can see the exterior come together. I think it turned out so cute. So I furnished this house for a young couple. That's what I had in mind. It's a two-bedroom house. So I furnished it for a young couple and they are expecting their first baby, is what I was thinking. So they're probably a couple, both working. I have no clue what sort of jobs they would have, but I just figured they would like have gotten jobs like straight out of college. And this is the first little house that they bought together. Maybe they were renting a place before, or like renting an apartment somewhere in the city, something like that. And then this is the first house that they bought. And I was definitely thinking that this house would be a little bit more on the renovated side. So they probably bought it as a little flipped house. It's not all the way crazy renovated on the exterior. However, it was probably like freshly painted and stuff like that. And the brick was like touched up a little bit. So it definitely looks very nice and renovated, or like cleaned up, I guess. And then on the interior, it's definitely more on the modern side. It's not like crazy modern or anything, but you can definitely see that, you know, it was renovated recently. So I was thinking that this couple probably bought the house as a flipped house. And that's also the reason why the color scheme on the inside is very neutral, because the people that flipped it probably didn't want to go all out with colors because you still want to be able to sell the house. So yeah, the interior of the house is very neutral. I used a lot of white and beige and just neutral tones on the inside, and it looks so pretty in my opinion. I'm just really happy with how it came out. And this house, for some reason, it was flowing together so nicely. The floor plan for this house, I mean, granted, the house is very small, so how long would it take you to do a floor plan for a house like this? But I just looked at the house for literally 3 minutes and then I figured out the floor plan. Like I said, again, the house is very small, so I only needed to find a space for like the bedrooms and then the bathroom, and then there you have it, basically. But for some reason, the whole interior, the whole floor plan, it was just flowing together so nicely. It was so easy. So that was nice for a change. And it was just also nice to sit down and do a smaller build, because I've done a couple of bigger builds. Well, I did an eco tiny house not too long ago, I guess, but I don't know. I was just in the mood to sit down and do another smaller little house, and so the floor plan didn't take me all that long. But you know, sometimes the smaller builds where you think you're not going to be spending that much time on the floor plan, they will take you the longest for some reason, because you want everything to make sense and you want everything to flow together nicely. And sometimes for smaller builds, that's just a little bit difficult because you don't have that much space to play around with. But for this house, as you can see, it's just very, very easy. It's also a very open floor plan. So I was thinking that it probably didn't used to be this way for this house before it was flipped. It was probably a way more closed off floor plan. But now the renovated version of this house, I guess, has a very open, nice and airy, modern floor plan. So we don't have a closed off entryway even, but we do have a little nook where the front door is located. So I feel like that makes sense. It doesn't have to be all the way closed off as long as you have like a little nook like that. I feel like that is just nice to kind of separate the front door from the rest of the build somehow, I guess. And then I immediately got started with the kitchen. So off of the kitchen is a galleyway kitchen. Is that what it's called? Galley kitchen, galleyway kitchen. I never really know my terms in English, but it's fine. So we have this little kitchen. I used the modern looking Parenthood counters, and I think they're just so perfect for this house. I did end up changing the swatch to white, I believe, because everything was looking a little bit too gray. And then I used the Parenthood tiles for the backsplash as well. And I created this little bar area where your Sims can sit down. I actually expanded the bar area a little bit. I added an extra counter, I believe. And I don't know, for some reason, the whole floor plan, like the whole layout for this house was flowing together so nicely. It was so nice. But yeah, for the storyline, I already talked about it a little bit. I was furnishing this for a couple, and I was thinking that they are expecting their firstborn baby. So this is the first house that they bought together, like I already explained, and it's probably not their forever home because they're just starting their family, basically. They probably worked on their careers for a couple of years, and then they decided that they want to start a family. So that's when they bought a house and started trying for a baby, and now they are expecting their first baby, which is so cute. So I turned the second bedroom into a little nursery. It's a quite spacious nursery. Actually, both the bedrooms are the exact same size, which probably, I don't know how much sense that would make for a real life house, but that is just how it worked for this floor plan. It was actually really nice. So both the bedrooms are the exact same size, and so the kids' bedroom is actually pretty spacious. Especially since it's only a nursery right now. So I placed a crib in there, and you can easily swap out the crib for a toddler bed and then have it be a toddler's bedroom. Maybe add a couple more toys, and then you're set for your toddler as well. And then for your kid, once they grow up into a child. But like I was saying, this is probably not their forever home. They're gonna have their first baby here, and then they will be living here for, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 years. They probably have been living here for like, I don't know, maybe a year and a half, something like that, I think, like 1 or 2 years maybe. And now they are expecting their first baby. So they are probably going to be here for like 4, maybe 5 more years. And then when they are expecting their second child, they are probably going to want to move to a bigger home, because bedroom wise, that would just make a little bit more sense. But they could always just stay here when the second baby was born. Like they can just have the crib in their bedroom, like in the master bedroom, and then at some point the kids can share a bedroom. I don't really know, but I don't know. I was just thinking that this is probably not their forever home, but it is their first home, and it's really cute. It's really cozy. It's not very colorful. Like I already explained, there are a lot of neutral tones in this house, and I definitely did that on purpose because it was a flipped house. But then I did try to bring in some color through like little details here and there. You can see that I used a lot of like pink and reddish details in the kitchen just to spice it up a little bit and make it look a little bit more interesting. And yeah, I don't know, that was just really nice to try and bring in color through little details like that, because when they moved in here, like I already said a couple times, this house was recently renovated. It was recently flipped. So they literally didn't have to do any work to the house whatsoever. They could have painted a wall or two if they wanted to, but it was so nice and fresh and new, and they just didn't really want to touch the walls. They didn't really want to do anything because, I don't know, it was just so fresh and nice. So they didn't really do anything, and they tried to bring in more personality into the house, I guess, through their own furniture pieces and through just color in the details, I guess. But here you can see for the living room area, I use this base game couch in that beigey color, which makes a lot of sense for this house. Usually I'm not really a big fan of this swatch of the couch. I love this couch. I just wish we had more swatches. I wish we had like a white swatch and a black swatch and a gray swatch and just some more like, and even some colors even, but just, I don't know, some more usable swatches, because this couch comes in this swatch, an orange swatch, and a dark green swatch, and they're just not that usable. I use them from time to time in some like certain like specific builds. They go very nicely, but for a more modern family house like this, the colors are a little bit difficult to work with. But however, this beigey color actually worked really well since this house was so neutral toned. It definitely made a lot of sense. And then I just combined it with this little light blue chair from Cottage Living just to spice it up a little bit. And then they have a nice freshly painted white coffee table. And I made this makeshift little TV unit or like entertainment unit out of a base game bookcase and a base game end table. And I think it works very nicely. I just glittered it up with some little items to make the place a little bit more lived in. And I just think it turned out very, very cute. So I also placed a couple of rugs in this house to section off certain areas because the floor plan is very open. So one thing I like to do when I have very open floor plans is I like to place rugs to just kind of section off the different areas of the house, if that makes sense. So I placed a rug in the living area and then a rug underneath the dining table as well. And I think it looks very nice. It makes the place look a little bit more softer and just more inviting, I guess. But here you can see I got started on the parents' bedroom, and for a master bedroom, the room is quite small. For a children's bedroom or nursery, the room is quite big. But you can see for a parents' bedroom, it is quite small, and the window placement is a little bit unfortunate in the sense that I didn't really have the space to place a large wardrobe anywhere. I could have changed the window placement, but I liked it way too much. So I decided to just leave it alone and then place a smaller dresser, which works perfectly fine. And then here in the corner, I placed that leaning mirror from Jungle Adventure, which is my favorite mirror from the game. I love that one so much. I would love to have something like that in real life. I think it's so cool. And then I placed a little plant in the corner as well, but I actually did have to make it a little bit smaller, that plant, with a tool mod because it was blocking of the walkway to the other side of the bed, if that makes sense. When I was playtesting it, I realized that the plant was blocking off the routing. So I did have to make sure to, I don't know, make the plant a little bit smaller, I guess, through tool mod, and then it was all fixed. So it really wasn't that much of an issue, but I did just wanted to make sure that I told you that to just let you know that everything is nice and functional. But yeah, here you can see this is the little nursery. I used this cute little wallpaper from Cottage Living. I haven't used this wallpaper in quite some time, but it's actually my favorite wallpaper for toddlers' bedrooms and nurseries. It's so cute. And then especially in this light green swatch for like the paneling, it's just so cute. And then with the little bunny rabbits and the mushrooms and the leaves, it's just so adorable. This wallpaper, honestly, the person who designed this or came up with this is a genius because it's so freaking cute. And then, yeah, for that bedroom, it's very simple. You can easily turn it into a toddler's bedroom or even a kid's bedroom after that. And then we also have one bathroom for this house, obviously, and it's a very standard little bathroom, but it is nice and modern. So you can tell that it was definitely recently redone with a nice sink and a modern toilet and a quite modern looking shower tub combo. Again, I say this a lot, but I wish we had some more shower tub combos in the game. Because even though when you place this one down, it looks quite modern. It's just a base game one. It looks quite modern, but not all that modern. I just wish we had more options. Some more modern looking ones would be really, really nice. But yeah, the bathroom is just very, very simple. And then we are moving on to the backyard. The backyard is actually quite spacious. given the fact that this house is so small. I did not end up using all of the lot. We definitely still have a little bit of space left on the lot, so you could easily expand the backyard or like maybe place a swing set or monkey jungle bars somewhere once you have kids in the house, because I didn't do that for now because, well, this couple, they do not have kids yet. And they're only expecting their first baby. So there is really no need for them to like add the monkey jungle bars or like a swing set or what have you. They will probably do that a little bit later on, but not right now. I did, however, give them a couple of gardening pots or like, what's it called? Like planter boxes, so they can do some gardening out here. They also have a grill, a nice seating area, a woodworking bench, because I did want there to be some activities. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think I actually did place a swing set. I decided to place a swing set because the adults can also use it. Yeah, that's what I did. At first I wanted to place down the monkey jungle bars, but I decided that that would not make a lot of sense because they do not have kids yet. But a swing set does make sense because the parents can also use it. So that is what I decided to do. And then I also placed down a couple of loungers, so your Sims can do some lounging around and some sunbathing. And I also placed down a chess table for an extra skill building item, which is really nice because I did want this house to be nice and usable for gameplay, even though it's not a starter home. But if you are like cheating for money, if you're not really doing the whole starter budget thing, then you can easily afford this house and it would be nice and playable. But that is it for this speed build, so let's jump right into the game and I'll show you the house in real time. So here we have the house in the game. You can also get a little sneak peek of the house that I started working on today. It's next door, but you'll see that one a little bit later on. But yeah, here we have the facade of the house. I feel like it looks so inviting. I placed this little bench and oh, it looks like we have some bills to pay in the mailbox, which we're just gonna pretend that we did not see that. I parked a bike out here as well, and then we have a pathway leading into the backyard. So the backyard is nice and spacious. We have an outdoor trash can over here. There's also one at the front of the house by the mailbox. We have a swing set, some landscaping, and then just a nice dining area and a seating area. Over here, some planters and the woodworking bench. You can also place some chess up here. So yeah, definitely a lot of activities. Then when we go inside, it kind of just speaks for itself because the house is very small. The floor plan is very easy to understand, I guess. So you walk into the house, we have this little entryway nook over here, and then we have the kitchen right here. I love this little bar area with the bar stools. I feel like it's just so nice and cozy. It's definitely a very modern kitchen. It was a recently renovated house, so I felt like that would make sense. We have a fridge, we have an oven, we have a stove, obviously, and then I also sneaked in a little dishwasher over here. I always try to hide them because I just don't think they're all that pretty looking. Most of the time I don't even place them, but for this one I could definitely just hide one in the island counter and call it a day, so that's nice. I did that for this house. Then we have the dining area over here. We have no like office space or anything, so I placed the laptop on the dining table to just make sure that there was a computer in this house. And then we have a little shelving unit or cabinet over here behind the table. Then over here on this side we have the living area. It also really speaks for itself. We have a very comfy 3-seater couch, a nice little chair to bring in some color. I love this base game entertainment unit. I feel like it's so nice and usable. We have a functional bookcase over here, and then I just cluttered it up. I also placed a gaming console and a stereo. And then over here, obviously we have the sliding glass doors leading onto the back porch. Then over here, we have the parents' bedroom. It's very neutral once again. They have their bed over here and then their dresser in this nook. Also a nice little chair where you can just throw your clothes and call it a day. And then we have a mirror over here and a plant. And then the second bedroom is a nursery with some cute kids decorations, some toys on the floor for whenever the baby is born. And then we have a nice wardrobe and a little chair and obviously a bassinet for the baby. And then last but not least, obviously we have the bathroom. So yeah, this is just my standard favorite bathroom layout. I go for this one a lot. It's just so nice and functional. And it's nice to have a shower as well as a tub, especially with a toddler. But yeah, that's basically it for this house. So this young couple's home is up on the gallery. Oh my gosh, it's so much more expensive than I thought it was. I thought it was around 40,000 simoleons. I don't know why I was thinking that, but it's just under 60,000 simoleons. So I'm so sorry about that. I'm so sorry that I got your hopes up. It's so much more expensive than I thought it was. I don't know why. I must have like checked the price when I was halfway done furnishing the place, something like that. And that's why I'm remembering it it incorrectly, I'm sorry, but yeah, it comes in at just under 60,000 simoleons. I built it on a 30 by 20 in Willow Creek on the Daisy Hovel lot, and it has 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom, but that's actually gonna do it for this video. So I really hope that you enjoyed this build. You can obviously go ahead and download it off the gallery like I just showed you. My username on the gallery is SimmerySims. You can also follow me on Twitter and on Instagram if you'd like. My username on there is SimmerySims as well. If you're not subscribed to my channel already, feel free to do so, and if you want to be notified of every single time I upload a video, just click that little bell icon and you should be fine. So I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!